It's not hard because I got help.
Okay.
Even though I'm a single parent, it's like I got my mama to help me. So it balanced it out for real. On that video, it was going viral. And then I had a third song called Chicken Chicken. That went viral too.
The hip-hop world thrives on spectacle, and when it comes to jaw-dropping scandals, few stories have blown up quite like the ongoing saga of Sexxy Red. Her name has been trending across every social media platform you can imagine. And it's not just because of her bold, unfiltered lyrics or her eye-catching style. There's a firestorm swirling around rumors of STD transmissions, backstage betrayals, hostile baby daddy blow-ups, and third-party accusations that just won't quit. Fans and critics alike are asking, how much of this is reality? How much of it is rumor? And where on earth does it end? Well, buckle up, because this labyrinth of controversy is so deep, it's hard to know who's telling the truth and who's stirring the pot for clout. From shady social media callouts to livestream confessions gone wrong, here's a comprehensive look into a story that's getting messier by the minute and showing no signs of cooling down. Before we dive headlong into the emotional roller coaster of finger-pointing and revealing phone calls, we need to rewind a bit to the moment Sexxy Red first burst onto the scene. It's no secret that the hip-hop industry can be brutal to newcomers, especially those who bring something unorthodox or unapologetic to the table. Yet, Sexxy Red arrived with a swagger that demanded attention. She wasn't shy about flaunting her background or her self-assured personality, and her supporters loved her for it. Early on, her music videos were raw yet spirited, capturing the vibe of unpolished clubs, rebellious house parties, and all the unfiltered corners of urban life that mainstream artists often sanitize for wider appeal.
Like watching lip gloss drip and all that.
Yeah, because I be seeing you like, I be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
see it. Okay,
my mind just ate up.
That's 3.
Okay, nut.
What's the blue one called?
Blue balls.
Blue balls.
Yeah. My friend,
You seen somebody with blue balls before?
Hell no. I got a friend, I used to do her hair, she a crip. She used to be wearing a blue hair all the time. She used to be getting my lip gloss, and she was like, why you ain't got no blue lip gloss, bitch? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make you some blue.
With her in-your-face lyrics punctuated by a certain streetwise charm, Sexxy Red carved out a niche for herself. Some critics labeled her approach as provocative. Others praised the way she wore her origins like a badge of honor, representing an underrepresented slice of American youth. The result? A rapidly growing fan base that embraced not only her sound, but also her social media presence. She posted comedic clips, engaged in outlandish online banter, and gave fans glimpses into her day-to-day life, fueling a sense of intimacy. It was an appealing blend of confidence and authenticity, and fans got hooked. Of course, where there's magnetism, there's also scrutiny. From early in her career, you could sense an undercurrent of tension. There were whispers about who she was hanging out with off camera, about whether she was truly keeping it real, and about the men rumored to be in her orbit. While some artists keep their private lives locked away, Sexxy Red's was slowly being dissected by the public, bit by bit, cameo by cameo, post by post. With each new rumor, the lines between her artistry and personal story blurred, laying the groundwork for the epic meltdown that was soon to come. The first big name that got tangled up with Sexxy Red in the public consciousness was none other than Chief Keef. He's widely recognized for his influence on the Chicago drill scene, and his collaboration with Sexxy Red made perfect sense on paper. Two edgy, confrontational voices unafraid to showcase their raw perspectives. They dropped tracks that fans immediately latched onto, from rowdy club bangers to moody, hypnotic cuts that showcase the synergy they shared in the studio. But fans being fans, they couldn't help but speculate whether the chemistry went beyond music.
Yep.
I'm not standing in no line. I'm paying extra. Like, I used to, y'all standing in line, I'm finna just, all you gotta do is throw them extra, like, but
Right.
they couldn't do, you know, I'm living like that. I was living like that back then. I'm gonna post some little old pictures. I'm gonna show you some little old pictures.
Yeah. How much do you think you were making a week back then doing hair?
Social media started buzzing whenever a photo or snippet of the pair appeared. Some swore they spotted a flirtatious grin or a lingering glance. Others insisted it was strictly business, pointing to how frequently rap stars collaborate without romance. When asked directly, Sexxy Red quashed the rumors, painting Chief Keef as a supportive friend, almost like a brother. She even joked in one interview about possibly having him as a future baby daddy, which only gave the rumor mill fresh fodder. Whether it was a tongue-in-cheek remark or a genuine tidbit, the comments set off a flurry of memes, blog posts, and fan theories that suggested something deeper brewing behind the scenes. People love a good mystery, especially when it involves well-known figures. And the prospect of a Chef Keef Sexxy Red love story was irresistibly juicy. Yet ironically, the biggest storms on the horizon had nothing to do with whether they were dating or not. This was merely the precursor, a teasing appetizer, before the main course of controversies involving an eclectic character known as Gucci Third Leg, and a few other players who would soon push this story far beyond speculation and straight into chaotic territory. Gucci Third Leg was primarily known as a content creator who skirted the boundaries of mainstream acceptance. His reputation for explicit material garnered him both admirers and detractors. But few people thought he'd become such a central figure in the Sexxy Red story, until allegations surfaced that he was at the center of a scandal involving herpes. According to multiple anonymous sources and one particularly vocal woman on TikTok, Gucci Third Leg had tested positive for HSV-2. The rumor turned explosively viral when a supposed list emerged, naming around 50 women he had allegedly slept with post-diagnosis. At number 6 on that list, Sexxy Red. The internet devoured these claims with a fervor that only tripled in size when Gucci Third Leg took to social media in attempts to defend himself. He posted test results that were either outdated or incomplete, fueling suspicion that he was hiding something. Meanwhile, other women came forward with tearful stories of how they had been burned by him, creating a swirl of heartbreak, anger, and confusion. For Sexxy Red, the implications were particularly dire. Not only did it threaten her reputation, but it also exposed her to a barrage of malicious memes, hateful comments, and ugly speculation about her personal hygiene and she responded with a mixture of denial and deflection.
On that video, it was going viral. And then I had a third song called Chicken Chicken. That went viral too. But they used to be talking stuff, but some people be like, this is who we want. This is the kind of music we've been waiting on. Cause I guess they be saying, don't nobody make music like how I make music.
Claiming she wasn't the one who got burned, or that the entire narrative was twisted. But every time she spoke up, a new wave of accusations arose. Screenshots surfaced that seemed to place them together at suspicious times, and soon the public was in a frenzy. Did Gucci infect her, or was it someone else? Did she already have the virus before hooking up with him? Was the entire thing a hoax for attention? By now, the stage was set for an absolute meltdown. And another key player stepped in to pour fuel on the already raging fire. Of all the bombshell revelations that rained down on Sexxy Red's tumultuous world, few matched the sudden onslaught from her own baby daddy. In a move straight out of a reality TV script, he seized Instagram Live to drop some major accusations, stating that Sexxy Red had knowingly put him at risk of catching STDs, including herpes. Frustrated by what he called her deceptions, he aired supposedly private phone calls between them, where both parties exchanged fiery words and pointed fingers about who was really hiding what. The baby daddy's argument hinged on the claim that Sexxy Red had been dealing with an STD for months without telling him. When he finally found out, he said it was too late. He'd already been exposed. He railed against her on social media, calling her everything from a liar to a danger to others. The drama escalated further when he provided details about how herpes is transmitted, insisting that he dodged the bullet only because she wasn't having an outbreak at the time. Some people found his candor eye-opening, while others slammed him for trying to embarrass the mother of his child in such a public and humiliating way.
I'm just saying, just in that predicament, do you, A, just I'm gonna go ahead and do it because y'all one up, or B, you just gonna go through it? Have you ever been jumped before?
Mm-mm.
Have you ever jumped somebody before? Be honest. How was it?
It was fun.
You took them to Pound Town, huh?
But Sexxy Red fired back, vehemently denying she infected anyone and accusing her ex of hiding skeletons in his own closet, specifically insinuating that he was exploring a freaky side of life behind her back. She painted him as the manipulative one, someone who was grasping at straws to sabotage her public image. As the accusations flew both ways, social media erupted into a full-blown war zone, each side hurling insults, heartbreak, and half-baked evidence at the other. Now we arrive at the aftermath swirling around these revelations, where social media platforms turned into battlegrounds for armies of amateur detectives, hype beasts, trolls, and genuine fans. Twitter threads dissected timestamps, rummaged through old posts, and tried to create a coherent timeline. Instagram gossip accounts had a field day, reposting each new bombshell, often with sensationalized captions that only whipped their followers into a bigger frenzy. TikTok creators hopped on the wave as well, with reaction videos, comedic skits, and mini docu-series detailing every twist. Meanwhile, Sexxy Red herself walked a precarious tightrope. She oscillated between silence, vague denials, and sarcastic jabs. Sometimes she took a rebellious stance, telling everyone to believe whatever they wanted. Other times, she fired back at specific individuals, claiming they were distorting facts or riding on her coattails for clout. Far from dying down, the hype soared every time she posted anything. If she hinted at a new project or teased a snippet of a future music video, the comments section inevitably filled with STD jokes and references to her baby daddy drama. The moral dimension of all this also became a hot topic.
But what if they
I make
love
music for me.
And what if they love it?
Then that's good.
But then you care if they love it, but you don't care if they don't love it.
If you like it, that's good.
Yeah,
if you
right.
don't like it, then it's not for you. Keep it pushing.
Bye.
Yeah. This ain't the song for you then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some fans argued it was irresponsible to spread unverified rumors about someone's health status. Given the stigma attached to STDs, others contended that celebrities have a responsibility to be transparent, especially if they're endangering others. Heated debates flared, with people drawing lines between personal privacy and public accountability. And in the midst of all this noise, a very unexpected figure decided to step in and try to get at the truth, only to create even more pandemonium. Aiden Ross, a streamer famous for hosting wild interviews and bringing out the unfiltered side of his guests, decided to jump into the ring. He invited Gucci Third Leg onto his platform, hoping to help set the record straight, or at least drive more views. According to Aiden, he had personal stakes in the matter because he had paid to be with some of the same women Gucci had collaborated with, meaning he could potentially have been exposed as well. When Gucci Third Leg came on the stream, he showcased test results he claimed were legit and up to date. But fans quickly noticed the date on them was old, leading many to suspect he was hiding new results that might not be squeaky clean. Despite promising to return with fresh paperwork proving his innocence, he never showed up for the follow-up. As a result, speculation went through the roof. Did he actually test positive after all? Was he simply ghosting because he was too nervous about revealing incriminating evidence? For Sexxy Red, this whole fiasco cast an even longer shadow over her name, with Gucci trying to exonerate himself on such a public platform and failing in many people's eyes. Some took it as a sign that she really was the culprit.
But he just made me so mad. I'm like, I'm finna write a diss song about him.
And
And it
took
came out
off.
hard. It came out hard. And
So
they
what
like,
was you
just
saying?
I don't even remember because it was years ago. But I was just calling him dirty, him and the girl. Like I was saying, bitch, you wearing your friend clothes. Like I was saying real shit, but I made it all come together in rhyme. And they was like,
Or at least more embroiled in the drama than she would ever admit. Others argued that Gucci and Aiden had orchestrated a spectacle for clicks, with Sexxy Red merely caught in the crossfire. Either way, the fiasco underscored a major truth about the internet. Once a rumor takes hold, it's nearly impossible to rein it back in, even if it started out half-baked or exaggerated. Just when it looked like the tension couldn't get any hotter, Charleston White entered the fray with a scorched earth monologue aimed squarely at Sexxy Red. Known for his biting commentary on hip-hop culture and his willingness to say the harshest things imaginable, Charleston spared no feelings. He flat out called her contaminated, insisted she had no place presenting herself as a role model, and labeled her a public health hazard. In his signature style, he didn't stop at the STD rumors. He tore into her image, her gangster persona, and even her looks. The comments were so raw and unfiltered that even some who disliked Sexxy Red felt Charleston went too far. But he wasn't done. In a flurry of additional clips and mini rants, he painted her as a destructive influence on young Black girls, suggesting that her music and attitude promote a cycle of reckless behavior. He even threw in some crude humor, mocking the idea that any man would want to be with someone tainted. It was inflammatory at best, cruel at worst, and it rekindled a wave of discussions about body shaming, misogyny, and the toxic nature of certain pundits in hip-hop. What made Charleston's outburst stand out was that, unlike the baby daddy or Gucci Third Leg, he wasn't personally involved with Sexxy Red. He seemed more like an onlooker passing a scathing judgment. Some argued he was simply using the moment to push his own brand of shock jock commentary. Nevertheless, his tirade went viral. YouTube channels dissected every sentence, while Twitter erupted in heated debates about the boundaries of free speech. The question still loomed over everything. How was Sexxy Red going to dig herself out of this avalanche of accusations, condemnation, and never-ending cynicism? To step back from the chaos for a moment, it's important to recognize just how harmful these rumors and public feuds can be to an artist's career and mental health.
Where I'm from, that's a geek call. Like, if you see some geeks on the other side of the street, like, ski, so they know you got. Yeah, but that's what we do, round. That's our little calling. Ski. Ski.
Hip-hop is no stranger to controversy. Indeed, many argue that controversy can fuel an artist's momentum. But the difference here is that Sexxy Red's narrative shifted almost entirely away from her artistry. Instead of discussing her lyrical talent, fans and media outlets found themselves wrapped up in salacious claims. STDs, baby daddy drama, and questionable collaborations. We've seen this pattern before. A gifted rapper or singer emerges, they gain traction, then find themselves engulfed in some scandal that overshadows their craft. Whether it's a romantic entanglement or a legal fiasco, the headlines become more about personal missteps than the music that first attracted attention. In many cases, an artist can rebound if they tackle the rumors head-on, show real remorse or clarity, and pivot the public conversation back to their artistic output. But this storm around Sexxy Red feels different, perhaps because it involves multiple parties, graphic health allegations, and the unchecked might of the internet echo chamber. In the bigger picture, there's a cautionary tale for everyone, especially for up-and-coming artists navigating a hyper-scrutinized environment. When personal information spills into the public space, controlling the narrative becomes incredibly difficult. Social media is a powerful tool to build a brand, but it can also be a weapon turned against you. Regardless of how guilty or innocent Sexxy Red might be, the speculation has taken on a life of its own. Damage control might come in the form of well-planned interviews, legal interventions, or a redirection of focus to her music. But will it be enough to overshadow the swirling rumors? It's rare to witness such a large-scale meltdown, with so many players throwing bombs from every angle.
And I went to the studio and recorded it, and then I was just previewing the song. I was sending it to all my friends, and then everybody started sending it all around the city. And they like, this the new rapper in town. I'm like, oh, I'm a rapper? I ain't know. I just made a little song for me and my bitch.
I do hair.
Yeah,
this
for
ain't
real.
even nothing serious.
Yeah, they was like, shoot a music video. They calling me, trying to book me and shit to perform. They like, I'll give you $100 if you come perform the song. I'm like, for real? And that's when I'm like, I'm just doing some shit. I'm like, wow, all right, shit.
Sexxy Red's journey from scrappy newcomer to lightning rod for controversy has been both dazzling and disturbing to watch. On one hand, her fearless personality won her a dedicated fan base. On the other hand, it placed her in the direct line of fire when intimate allegations arose. Now, as her name continues trending for all the wrong reasons, people can't help but wonder, is this the end of the road for her public image, or just another dramatic chapter that she'll spin into a new form of raw authenticity? From her baby daddy's vociferous Instagram rants to Gucci Third Leg's elusive test results, and from Aiden Ross's on-air circus to Charleston White's brutal takedowns, the puzzle pieces scatter in 1,000 directions. We're left with more questions than answers. Did Sexxy Red truly put people in harm's way? Is her baby daddy genuine or seeking vengeance? Is Gucci Third Leg's story credible? Or is he orchestrating controversy for attention? And does Charleston White's condemnation carry weight? Or is it just shock jock hype? In all likelihood, the saga is far from over. One new post or leaked DM could throw everything into fresh turmoil. Such is the nature of modern celebrity gossip. It's fast, relentless, and unforgiving. Maybe in the coming weeks, we'll see clearer evidence, like official medical documents or a frank, no-holds-barred interview from Sexxy Red herself. Or perhaps everything will remain ambiguous, with fans forced to piece together clues. Regardless, the hip-hop landscape has once again shown its penchant for fueling blockbuster scandals that overshadow the music it's supposed to celebrate. In the meantime, the best any onlooker can do is watch from afar and remember that social media amplifies everything.
It's not hard because I got help. Okay. Even though I'm a single parent, it's like I got my mama to help me, so it balanced it out for real.
What is the best piece of advice you've received about juggling motherhood and a career, and who was it from?
I ain't gonna lie, people always be giving me advice on that shit, because sometimes I be sad, like, I work so much, I miss my kids, and then they be like, but you doing it for them. Or like, I be sad, I gotta leave the house, and they crying, because they don't want me to leave, because they know I'm be gone in a minute. And then they be like, but you doing this for them, because I cry with them. But
The truths, the lies, and the complex gray areas in between. Sexy Red supporters might stand by her, arguing that none of us have the right to judge what really happened behind closed doors. Critics will continue to demand accountability, citing the seriousness of spreading STDs and the importance of informed consent. Whichever side you land on, one thing's certain: the conversation about Sexy Red has become inescapable, and the repercussions of these allegations, whether accurate or exaggerated, will likely reverberate through her career for a long time. So there you have it, a whirlwind of accusations, denials, and unconfirmed receipts that form one of the most tangled controversies in recent hip-hop memory. Will Sexy Red's artistry break through this storm, or will the drama define her public image indefinitely? Only time, along with a relentless internet audience, can decide. For now, brace yourself for more twists and turns, because this story has proven it can twist in an instant. Keep your eyes peeled for the next big revelation, if and when it emerges. And stay discerning amid the swirl of hot takes and gossip. After all, in an era when anyone can upload proof or expose videos within minutes, the truth can feel as slippery as ever.